Hey guys, and welcome back to Coffee and Closings, where we sip slow, think smart, and run our real estate businesses like CEOs and not assistants. And yes, I got me a new coffee mug. Isn't she cute? And she's a little straw. I love it. So today is the first day of the last month of the year. And because of that, I want to talk about something that can literally make or break your closings. And that's what you do in the first 24 hours of receiving a contract. So let me ask you this. How many times have you found out halfway through a deal that a date was wrong, or a signature was missing, or the wrong addendum was attached? And by the time you catch it, it's already stressful and you're scrambling, you're calling the client, calling the lender, calling the other agent, just trying to correct something that honestly could have taken 2 minutes to fix on day one. You know, we've all been there. And the crazy part is that most of that stress is preventable. So today, we're going to talk about the 24-hour sweep. And what that is the simple shift that keeps your deals clean, your clients confident, and your closings running smooth. So we're going to cover 3 main things, okay? So 1, the most common day 1 mistakes that agents overlook. 2, how a structured intake triage protects your deals like a safety net. And 3, the reputation boost that your business gets when clients experience a process that feels seamless and intentional. Because when you put this into place, you're not just avoiding mistakes, you're building trust. So if that's something you're interested in, grab your coffee and stay tuned.
Baby, you're perfect. Don't let no one tell you otherwise. That spark can give it the butterflies. Mesmerized, mesmerized by
you. Okay, so let's start with the mistakes, because they are almost always small at first. You know, things like a missing initial on page 7, or a closing date that's typed incorrectly, or the wrong version of an addendum that's attached. You know, none of these things seem like a big deal in the beginning, but give them time, you know, and they grow into full-blown closing delays, you know, back and forth phone calls and situations that make your clients question your competence. And the part that stings is these are preventable mistakes, you know? If you get in the quick habit of doing a sweep, you know, a full review within that first 24 hours of receiving your contract, you'll catch almost all of them before they become headaches. You know, think of it like doing a quick walkthrough before your guests arrive. It's the small adjustments that make everything feel put together. And the more deals you have in your pipeline, the more likely that these errors are to sneak in. Without a day 1 sweep, you're relying on memory. And memory is unreliable when your business gets busy. But with a consistent day 1 check, you catch it once and you avoid dealing with it for the rest of the transaction. Now, if catching errors early is the key, the question then becomes, how do you actually make that a repeatable part of your business? This is where intake triage comes in. Think of intake triage as your contract security protocol. The moment a file hits your desk, you run it through this exact same review process every single time, okay? You verify that every signature is where it should be. You make sure that dates and deadlines are correct. You confirm that the forms attached are the correct forms. And you take those dates and you plug them into whatever tracker or reminder system that you use. So that way the timeline is already mapped out before the deal even gets rolling. And see, here's the key. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistent. When you make intake triage your standard, you're preventing stress instead of reacting to it later. Your week 3 self will thank your day 1 self every single time. And once you do this enough, it becomes muscle memory, you know? It stops feeling like a task and starts feeling like your natural business flow. Now, here's the part that most agents overlook. You know, your clients may not know exactly what you're doing behind the scenes, but they can feel whether a process is chaotic or control. When your transactions move smoothly, when deadlines are handled calmly, when there's no frantic, we need to fix something moments, what your clients feel is confidence. They feel taken care of, like they're in good hands. And when clients feel safe with you, they refer you. Being the organized agent, it becomes part of your brand. And not because you told people you were organized, but because your business showed them that. That's how repeat business happens. That's how your name travels. That's how you start to show up in rooms that you've never even walked into. The 24-hour sweep, it's not just a system. It's a reputation builder. Okay, so let's recap. Now, if you want to save your closings, protect your sanity, and build a business that clients trust, you need to start with the Day-1 sweep, okay? You want to catch your errors early, put a simple intake triage in place, and let your consistency speak for you. So, if this episode resonated, I want you to drop a comment and tell me what's one mistake that you've had to scramble to fix before, okay? Because trust me, we've all got one. And if you haven't already, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss next week's episode. And make sure you share this with another agent who's tired of learning lessons the hard way, okay? And also, if you're ready to implement this system today, I want you to check out the description and grab my free Agent Bags checklist, because when you do, you'll automatically unlock my Close Day-1 kit, which is the exact step-by-step process that I use to set up a contract from the moment it hits my desk. Now, that's it for today's episode of Coffee and Closings. I truly thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next Monday, same time, maybe same mug. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.